Model stops mid-photoshoot to save drowning woman from River Thames, leaving her battered and bruised. Natalie Harrison was posing for shots when her daughter spotted a head bobbing past, so she pulled woman free from raging torrent in wig and makeup. A hero model stopped in the middle of a photo shoot to save the life of a woman drowning in a river. Natalie Harrison was posing for shots with photographer James Bignell in London when her daughter spotted a head bobbing past in the Thames. Without a thought for her own safety, the 36-year-old sprang into action and dangled herself over the edge of a wall, pulling the woman free of the raging torrent. The mum of two, from Fife, Scotland, said, "The last time me and James met up we did an amazing shoot at the South Bank, so we thought we'd go back. We went to the end of the pier to sit down and wait for the boat, and the water looked horrendous, it was really choppy." James said, "If anyone ended up in there they'd be a goner," and I was agreeing with him, like, yeah, totally, and then we were talking about all the diseases in the Thames. So we were just sitting there chatting, when all of a sudden, we heard this, "Help, help." My daughter thought she saw a child, just literally a head, rushing past in the water, so me and James ran to the side. He pulled open the container with a life ring inside and chucked it to her, but it completely missed her. Quick thinking Natalie, who is only 5'1" and was wearing a blonde wig, false lashes and had a full face of makeup for the photo shoot, ran to another life ring to save the drowning girl. She said, "I went to toss it at her and I just realized it was not going to go near her. So I jumped over the side of the pier, grabbed onto the side and dangled myself down until my feet were on this chain, hanging into the water, and I managed to get my arm around this wire rope around the top and I hung on to that, and got her to grab onto the actual life ring. I was shouting at her, 'Come on, you can do this.'" The drowning woman, believed to be aged in her 20s, was clearly struggling, and had turned a dreadful color, coughing and spluttering as the harsh current tried to pull her under the pier. Natalie said, "She managed to hook her arm around the chain I was physically standing on, so I grabbed her by her top. I was in a really dreadful position, I still don't know how I did it. I had to lean in further, and I thought, if I let go, I'm in there too." By this point, former nurse Natalie, who now works as a children's therapeutic support worker, had lost the feeling in her hands, but the girl had let go of the rope, so Natalie ended up holding on to the girl by just her top. She said, "I thought I need to get hold of her bra strap, because if her head comes out of the top, she was going to go. But I still had hold of her top and thank God, just at that moment the RNLI turned up their angels. She'd completely let go, so what we had was me hanging onto the pier, my hand round her top and bra strap, dangling in a horrendous position. The RNLI reached right forward and grabbed her. Apparently she was unconscious when they'd hauled her into the boat. I don't know how I managed to hold on, but it feels like I've been to the gym and done 3 rounds with Mike Tyson." Steve King, full-time lifeboat helmsman at Tower RNLI Lifeboat Station, said if it were not for her actions, the lady in the river may not have survived, and described what she did as a risky, but utterly selfless and incredible act of public service. The RNLI called an ambulance who met them at their station in Waterloo Bridge and she was taken to the casualty care room. Steve said, "There's no denying what she did was utterly selfless, an incredible act of public service. The woman in the river was vulnerable and me and my fellow lifeboat crew members feel Natalie's brave actions may well have saved that woman's life." She added, "She had somebody looking out for her that day, because she was moving so rapidly. Being a nurse for 8 years meant I knew exactly how dire that situation was that she was in. All I thought was, I can't let her drown, I just went into autopilot. I just can't believe it, it was like fate." The mum of Naomi, 16, and Lucas, 14, also does humanitarian work, helping refugees, and enjoys alternative-style modeling as a hobby and a bit of fun and escapism, especially dressing up in latex looks with crazy hair and makeup.